Hey girl, hey, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Misha. Thank you guys for joining me yet again for another review. We are back with a brand new review for Ready to Love, Season 5, Episode 5. If you are new here, then welcome. I give lighthearted reviews with a little bit of laughter and a little bit of shade and a whole lot of detail. If you are back for a second or third time, then welcome back. Y'all, please don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to my channel if you get anything out of the content. Now, y'all, let's get into it if we're going to get into it. When the episode first opens up, y'all know all the ladies, they convene in the lounge. Tommy walks in, suited and booted, ready for the round of applause. So he tells them that the ball is in their court and they're having a pool party. So y'all know what that means, honey. Time for the men and these random push-ups. Moving forward. So everyone is showing up for the party. And Naim surprised me a little bit with his little physique. I said, okay, Naim. But then I noticed that I didn't see him anymore during the episode. What did he do? Come and make an appearance and then he was gone? Child, I don't know. All these people fading into each other and I don't know what's happening. So the party ain't been going on 5 minutes. Here go Corey being creepy. He gonna ask Courtney, does anyone make you smile like me? She's like, he's like, smile on the inside. She said, does anybody make me smile as much as you from the inside out? No. Okay, are you laughing with him or are you laughing at him? Because that's what we need to know. Because I'm trying to figure out who in their right mind will be smiling and oohing and ahhing over Corey. Child, Pickens must be real slim. Do y'all hear me? So once she said no, honey, that's all he needed. He said, well, I feel like I'm going to do something special for Courtney. And then next time I'll do something special for my meme. He's a goofy. So now he's recycling the something special he does. He gonna do the same thing for my meme that he did for Courtney. I told y'all he had a flower membership. I told y'all when he gave them flowers to Courtney last episode. I said he probably got a membership somewhere. Y'all gonna get them same flowers to my meme and whoever else he gets a chance to talk to. Child is a fool. So anywho, they pan over to Walt and Sabrina and they're talking about her favorite flower. And she said, I just love a rose. You know how it's encased and then it just opens up. And then she kind of opened her legs a little bit. I'm like, girl, don't let his hose water your rose garden yet. Child, what? Oh my God. I don't know what's happening, child. I really don't. I'm just so confused at the age of these people. You would think now we would be at a maturity level where we're able to not lead with sexual innuendos. Like, we don't have nothing else to talk about but the innuendos. Like, what else do we have to talk about, honey? What else is going on? Oh, child. Okay. Anywho, moving forward. Over in the cut, we see Camille and Cornelius over there, and they talking, right? Child, she got the man in matching attire already. I said, not y'all color coordinating. So she said, after the skate date, we talked about our boundaries and what respect looks like. For what? Are y'all together or not? Honey, like, what are y'all talking about boundaries and respect for? Y'all are not together. And so she was like, what you doing today? He was like, I'm coming full force. She was like, coming full force for who? He said, for you. Danger. Child, you're in danger. Shout out to Mystical. Oh, child, you better watch out, honey, because Camille is a nut. Do y'all hear me? Side note, I hate that crooked part in Camille's hair. I hate that crooked part that she is rocking. I don't know what it is. I mean, I don't know if it's supposed to be a side part. I don't know if it was a side part went astray. I don't know if it was a middle part that needs a little razzle dazzle. I'm not sure what's happening, but I don't like that part. I just thought I'd share. Moving forward. So Courtney is walking around being bamboozled by these Post-it notes. And she's like, oh my God, something's going on here, y'all. I mean, it's cute, but I mean, somebody putting in some work. Oh, okay, because it's a note. Okay, and I found another one underneath my shoe. Okay, wait a minute, there's another one underneath my purse. Girl. So she reading these notes or whatever, these little love notes. And they're like, I think it's Corey. So in her confessional, she's like, Corey is a charmer and I really hope it's him. Really? Baby, this season is definitely... there's somebody for everybody. That's what this season is giving me. So she's like, I like a man that shows me how he really feels. Courtney, you need a dip in the pool, honey, to cool off. Child, you need a dip in the pool, child. This is not it, honey. This is game. Okay. Ooh, child. So everyone is having a good time. And then we see Shiloh and shifty-eyed Tyrone. And she said after the mixer that he got her number. They've been FaceTiming this, that, and the other. So he's like, I told Sabrina that she could be my lady, but Shiloh could be my wife. I said, what now? Dude is a walking red flag, honey. That was horribly awkward. Do y'all hear me, honey? I was uncomfortable. And he wasn't talking to me. Now, I know if I was uncomfortable, she had to be uncomfortable. So then he says, I knew after the first conversation. So let me get this straight. So Carrie was aggressive because of her follow-up date text. But it's okay to head on down the aisle after one conversation. Meet me at the altar in your white dress. Like, seriously? Like, sir, are you insane or is you insane? So she's aggressive, but that's not too forward? That's not aggressive? Oh, okay. Shout out to Jagged Edge. So he's like, with Shiloh, it just feels right. Child, Shiloh was over there looking just as skeeved out. I said, oh, honey. So in the next scene, Tommy shows up in this little flowy get up. Honey, her crotch was just as long in them britches. I said, what is this long flowy pajama? Child, it was giving so much. I don't even know, honey. The look was looking. That's all I got to say. So he tells them that he's adding 2 new singles to the process. I'm adding 2 new sexy singles to this process. Yes, Tommy, we got it. So he welcomes Sydney. And baby, Camille's whole face frowned up. I was like, look at this little hater. Baby, all the women was looking, except Aisha, honey, because her confidence game is strong. Do you hear me? Honey, she was not threatened in the slightest. Baby, they welcomed Sydney on over. All the men was sitting straight up. And Camille was looking like she was about to fall out. Child. Baby, Frank lit up. Do y'all hear me? What happened to Aisha, sir? See, I knew Frank was full of game. She's 33. She's an entrepreneur. She's a very beautiful girl. Okay. She's very pretty. Then here comes Sean, another bald man, 44 years old. He's a creator and an entrepreneur. Is there a factory in DC that produces these bearded bald men? Because, is that all that you think is attractive to a woman? We like different varieties as well. I know they can't slap on a lace front and then come out looking like somebody different, but at the same time, we like stuff other than bald and bearded. Like, what is going on? So, as I stated, he's 44 years old. He's a writer, an entrepreneur. And to me, he read much older than 44. That was just my opinion. I'm like, 44? Child, I know y'all lying. Anywho, moving forward. Sean and Sydney, Zadia, and Camille are all talking. And at first they were all talking like, pretty good or whatever. So then Sydney was sort of driving the questions. Then they were like, we can go. Okay, we can just get on out of here and let the 2 of you talk. So Zadia said in her little confessional, she was like, it seems like Sean was more interested in Sydney. Not y'all trying to pat him up on the slick so they stay away from y'all pigs, honey, and y'all ain't fooling me. So Sydney said, you're very handsome. Sydney's a flirt. She likes attention. I could tell the way she sashayed in there and stood up, honey, and let the heifers know I have arrived. Okay? Honey, I know that type, child. She loves some attention. She a little flirty and a little bit of a tease. So Camille goes, yeah, I can just hook up. He said, well, you can call me handsome too. She said, no, I don't think my boo would like that. Ma'am, y'all are not a couple. Camille is scary, honey. She's giving Harry scary monster. Like something is wrong with her. So he said, who is that? She said, you'll see. You'll see. I'm not going to waste a lot of people's time. He said, oh, okay. So you kind of just put a rubber stamp on who you want. She said, I know what I like. Camille is a lot. She's a lot. She would be a lot for me if she was my friend. She would be a lot for me if she were my teacher. She would be a lot for me if she were my partner. She's too much. She's team too much. So the day is going on and Frank in his shoulder and his shirt, they go over to talk to Sydney. He's like, me and Sydney, we actually have mutual friends and mutual lifestyles. So after talking to her, it was very easy to become attracted to her. Frank, spare me the bullshit, okay? You were attracted to her when she was introduced. This was very easy to become attracted to her. You were attracted to her when you first saw her. Frank's so full of it. Child, your whole jaw dropped. I'm surprised you didn't start shimmying them shoulders over there towards her to make her a drink. Child, anywho, I can't stand a man that says things he thinks sounds good. Ooh, honey. Charlie had to go on a little rant. Boy, gone. Frank sat down with her and Charlie had that taco meat shining through. Ooh, I hate that. So we see Tyrone and he's talking to Sabrina, right? One of his connections, mind you. So then he tells her, yeah, I think Shiloh could be my wife. I told her I'm all in. And if it don't work, it don't work. Tyrone? You realize you talking to Sabrina, right? Baby, Tyrone has zero filter, okay? He's like one of those little kids. You know how little kids, they say exactly what's on their mind? That is Tyrone. He's claimed Shiloh, and he's not even on her radar. But child, at least he honest, I guess. So Sabrina was shocked, honey, because how dare you sit in my face and tell me that Shiloh is your wife? Because she said they had amazing conversation. Sabrina is like, so you're cutting people off and you don't even really know her, especially people that could see a future with you? Sabrina, I know you're not wasting your grown woman energy on this shifty-eyed character. Honey, you don't want them problems. That's a red flag that he attached himself to her so quickly after a few phone conversations, honey. That is a red flag. No, ma'am. Moving forward. So they pan over to Corey, all in between my mean's legs. Boy, if you don't back up, I guess I'm just not that type of lady. I do not want you in my personal space until I get to know you a little bit better. Like, even before we were told 6 feet per the CDC, I didn't want you in my bubble. I would like for you to be on your side and I'm on my side. And once I start feeling comfortable, then the two shall meet. But boy, if you don't back up. So then we see Sydney talking to Cornelius in his Peter Pan shirt while Camille is giving him the death stare. I was like, ooh, child. He's like, I got to move carefully because I feel like I have a target on my back. Oh my gosh. Child, why he sound like he in the battlefield? Ooh, honey, Ooh, Camille is a mess. So Camille is talking to my meme and she's like, I see my boyfriend talking to someone else and I am not pleased. Okay, she got something a little loose up there because ain't no way that she believes that this is her man. Ma'am, this is not cute. It's quite the opposite, okay? So she's telling my meme that she doesn't want him anymore. She's like, girl, I don't want him no more. She was like, yes, you do. Stop saying that. But in my mind, I was thinking, honey, I'm sure he'll be happy to hear that. Now he can move around the party freely. Child got the man nerves so bad. She's like, I can address her. My meme said, no, not like that. She said, oh, okay, my energy is a little bit. She said, yes, you need to bring your energy down. So then she goes over to talk to Cornelius. She's like, did you enjoy your conversation? He said, I had several conversations. She said, yeah, I know. I told you it's hard for me to see you talking to somebody else. She said, these girls come up to you flirting in your country bumpkin ass. You like, oh, smiling all in their face. He said, dang, Cornelius, I hope you're ready for this always. Okay, it's not just because of this setting. It's because she's childish, insecure, and needy. It's been 2 weeks, and that's a maybe. Girl, the thirst is real. Child, they might as well get you a straw and let you start drinking out the pool water. Like, what is wrong with you, and why are you speaking to this man this way? Why are you cussing him out and speaking to him in this tone? This is a process for you to get to know other people. She's like, you don't understand what you're doing. You feeding into them like a dumbass. Oh, child. Oh, honey, if you want to continue on with her, that shows me where your self-esteem is. And it's a little bit in the dumpster. And I don't know if you need to do a little dumpster diving and pull out your self-esteem and put it back on. But honey, I would not waste not now another piece of a second with Camille, because this is what you will have to look forward to. Child, this is crazy. She's like, you're so naive. You're feeding into it. Okay, wow. That is how you speak to a person you want to have a possible relationship with? We need to check on whoever she was engaged to, okay? Because she said she was a black widow. And if I'm not mistaken, a black widow is someone who unalives their husbands or their lovers. And she's giving real thin line between love and hate tease. So, honey, we might need to make sure that we reach out to one of them so that we can make sure that they're still amongst the living. Moving forward. So he's like, I'm not doing that. Then in his confessional, he was like, I was very disturbed by the emotions and the way that she was speaking. I mean, I've been disturbed since the mixer. Your only chance of survival is to eliminate her. Okay, so next week when it's your turn, we're going to have to go ahead and get rid of her. And then after that, we can go ahead and get rid of Tycia unless she starts bringing something. Okay, this is the order in which things need to go. So she's like, people are testing you and you failed. I'm looking dumb. You're an F student. Camille is the kind of teacher to flunk you because she don't like your mama. Okay, and trust me, I know teachers like that. When your kids come home and tell you, mama, she flunked me because she don't like me, that be true. I'm just letting y'all know, honey, I do know some educators that just simply don't like the children's personality. Sometimes they don't like your child's personality and they'll just say, you know what, I don't care if it is right, F. And that is Camille. It's quite alarming. So then she starts crying. Girl, are you serious right now? Is she crazy? Y'all don't answer that, honey, because we already know the answer. Moving forward. Later that night, they go down to mingle. Everyone is dressed nice in their vibrant colors. Everybody looking good. They mingling. We see Aisha talking to Sean, the new guy. And Frank is over there with his face all twisted up. Why? I'm not sure, since he's been mingling as well. I'm like, what is happening? He said, I don't like that my strongest connection is talking to anyone. I need to know if she's feeling me, because I need to know that she's feeling the same. These people don't understand the concept of this show. You date until you find your one. Not as soon as y'all meet, you get together forever, Camille. Like, what is wrong with you? So they're talking about where she's from, and she tells him she's one of 8 children and she comes from monogamy. She loves being a wife and she loves being a mother. So he notices her smile, right? And I was just noticing this. Sean is a very mature and intentional man. He reminds me of Edwin a little bit from season 3 without the emotional baggage and whatnot. But, they were talking and he really enjoyed their conversation. I enjoyed their interaction as well. I like Aisha more and more each episode. She's actually my fave on here. Because at first I was thinking I would like Tasia, but her attitude is just stank, honey, so I can't be bothered. But I really do like Aisha. She's very down to earth, very personable. And just seeing her interact with the men, she just exudes confidence, and I love it. And she ain't leading with sex. Moving forward. Corey done made his way over to Courtney. Child. He tells her about the notes that he wrote, and she said, that was a turn on for me. Girl, anything is a turn on for you, child. Walking, talking, living, breathing. Girl, that was game, okay? I can't take Corey seriously. I'm sorry. I don't see how they can do it. But honey, to each its own. So he's like, you inspired me to go above and beyond. In the confessional, my meme is like, Corey is saying one thing to me, and then he turns right around and does the exact same thing with a different woman. Girl, he is living out his high school dreams. This show is what he's been waiting on his entire life, for more than one woman to look at him at a time. Girl, we ain't gonna never get Corey to settle down with not nobody. In the next scene, my meme and Corey go on what I thought was going to be a date, but she tells us that Tasia called to tell her about the love notes that Corey was writing for Courtney. Baby, Tasia getting the mess started. But child, let's get into it if we gonna get into it. He's like, every time I see you, you're looking better and better. She said, yeah. Before we get to all that, I gotta say this, honey. I gotta bring this up. Were you leaving love notes? He said, did you see me? She said, were you? He said, again, I gotta ask you, did you see me? Did you see me leaving love notes? She said, no, I did not. But I heard from several people that you did. He's like, well, why am I in everybody else's focus? Like, why is everybody talking about me? She said, okay, so you're not going to answer me. Honey, he's deflecting. Corey is one of those, it wasn't me. Shout out to Shaggy. Honey, you can see him cheating with your own eyes, and he will still say that it was not him. He is a classic narcissist. Girl, if you don't leave that man alone, he gaslighting y'all up and through right here. I would not waste not one more minute on Corey. So then he goes, I know what I want. I just need more help. You do need help, okay? Not the kind that you're asking her for, but you do need some type of help. She goes, you need help? He's like, yeah, are you ready to go to another level of our relationship? Boy, what? She said, I don't even know where I am. I'm so confused. Yes, that's what gaslighting is. That's what it does. It confuses you, okay? He left those notes, and now you're so confused, honey, you don't know whether you're coming or going. He said, I want to take you to meet my mom and dad. Okay. Corey is an imbecile. He's like, I want to get their approval, so that would allow me to emotionally connect with you. Why men great till they gotta be great? Shout out to Lizzo. What are you talking about? Like, this is why I'm single. This is why I am single. This would make me lose my mind. Why are you sitting in my face trying to confuse me, and then out of thin air, you go, I want you to meet my parents. What are you talking about? She said, okay, that's great. I don't think you will play about that space with your family, and I'm very happy that you want me in that space. Girl, yes, he would play about that space. He's the type to say, I swear on my mama's life, whole time he got his fingers crossed behind his back. Girl, so she's like, so are you saying this to other people as well? He said, I'm asking you. She said, no, you're not understanding what I'm saying, because I don't want all the guys to meet my family. He said, just focus on us. Typical F-boy, okay? Why even have a conversation with him? He's not ready to love. He's still playing college games. Girl, leave this man alone. He's like, I haven't lied to you. So basically, he was just talking in circles. I cannot believe she actually liked him. Child, you need to blame that on your tires. He changed that tire and you ain't been right since. Moving forward. Sydney invites Dante, Camille, and Cornelius to the selfie museum. Girl, why you invite Camille anywhere, honey? Dante show perked up this episode with Sydney. He acted like he had no pulse when he was talking to Carrie last episode. They get in the ball pit to have a little banter, and she told him she's from Jersey. He told her that he moved there from Chicago, and at first he was a little homesick, but he had to learn to adjust. Over on the other side, the veteran couple are talking about the elephant in the room. So she apologizes for blowing things out of proportion, and he accepted and reaffirmed her. No, Cornelius, what you should have said is, let's just get this straight. Under no circumstances are you to disrespect me in that way. I show you respect, and I expect respect in return. That's how we're going to move moving forward. Otherwise, we're not going to be moving forward. I'm going to get to know other people, and I want you to experience the same as well. Not just sit up here and let her say, I'm sorry, I was tripping. Well, you know you're my number one. You the only one, right? No. Ugh. So he said in his confessional, okay, because he ain't going to say it to her. He said, she was really showing maturity. No, she's showing fear. She knows better. If she don't apologize, honey, she fears she's going to lose your interest. That's what she's showing. But go ahead, honey. He's like, but, I'm just wondering if I'm going to get the liberty to get to know other ladies. Allow me, Cornelius. Allow me. Absolutely not. The only liberty you gonna get is if you visit New York and you see the Statue of Liberty. That's the only liberty you gonna get, okay? Because Camille has sank her teeth into you. She's locked you down. Clank, clank. Ciao. Goodbye. Moving forward. He's like, I really feel stifled. Honey, as you should. In the next scene, Aisha and Sean go on a date. He brings her flowers. I thought that was a nice touch. He starts telling her what the flowers symbolize. I'm like, seem a little bit too smooth, but it was cute and whatnot. And she was like, you remember my zodiac sign? He was like, yeah, you're the twin, right? You're a Gemini. Baby Sean sure landed on thick. Sean, what you hiding? Let me just tell y'all something, honey. I'm skeptical of everything and everybody until I get to know you. But that's just me. So Aisha was very impressed and whatnot. And she said that he's checking off everything on her list. So they talk about kids. She's 38 and he's 44. He said, I may want kids. And that was an issue for him in another relationship. She said, well, during my 20s, when everybody was pop, locking, and dropping it, pop, lock, and drop it. Oh, pop, lock, and drop it. Child, we sure was, honey, because we about the same age. So she said everybody was pop, locking, and dropping it, and she was locked down. So now it's her turn, okay? She trying to get out there and dip it and do it. I know that's right, y'all. So he's like, oh, okay, so the shop is closed. She said, I'm trying to get flued out. Okay, city girl. Sean is a dub, okay, because he's not over having children and you are, so the two of you are not a match. So in his confessional, he said, I think she just told me in not so many words that she's done having children. And for me, children may be the start of my second life. She wants to know if her ready-made family would be enough for him. And it will not be. He wants children of his own. I'm happy they had that conversation though. Because it's no sense in starting up something that's going to be a waste of time because kids are a big deal. You need to talk about the kids, the finances, the religion, whatever it is you need to talk about. Get the hard conversations out of the way first so we don't waste each other's time. In the next scene, all the ladies meet up in the bar turned ladies lounge, and Tommy asked how Sydney was doing. She was like, it's an adjustment. Oh, child. So he starts to ask them about their connection. Shiloh goes first. She says she's connected to Phil. She likes his openness and his vulnerability, and she's connected to Tyrone. Sydney said Dante, and he's physically her type. That's my type. That's my type. And then she said Frank. Of course, the shady producer's paying over to Aisha. Child, Aisha ain't worried about Sydney, honey. She's securing hers, okay? So she tells them that she knew him already and that their connection was perfect. Tasia said Phil because he met her expectations, and Courtney said Corey. She said, he actually left me little notes. Child, then she pulls them out to have a read aloud. She read one that said she was his number one from day one. Baby, what she say that for? Mamim said, oh, he told me I was his number one. It was me and him against the world. All I need in his life for sin is me and my girlfriend. Shout out to Tupac. Not you and him against the world, girl. So my meme pipes up, honey. She's like, yeah, every woman does deserve that. Okay, I understand that. But the conversation I had with him, he's telling me I'm the main one. I asked him about the love notes and he said it wasn't him. So Courtney said, oh, okay. He's saying he wasn't the one who did it. She said, yeah, he said it couldn't be him. So my meme is like, yeah, and he's been blowing me up, especially since he knows it's about to be elimination. So Courtney goes, well, let me ask you something. She said, sure. She goes, did he say he wanted you to meet his parents? My meme said, well, on our date, he said he wanted me to meet his parents. Mr. Xerox strikes again, copying these lines from one lady to the next. The comical thing to me, though, is these two beautiful ladies are comparing notes on corny Corey. Y'all just listen to that. Just listen to it. It's really nothing out here. Lord. Child, this show really does a disservice because it really makes me think it ain't gonna never happen for me. Just look at this. So Courtney was pissed and Tommy is like, well, it is what it is. Shut up, Tommy. So then Tommy said, well, who aren't you guys feeling? Sydney said, I'm not feeling Cornelius. He gives little brother vibes. Baby, Camille was looking just as crazy. And I was thinking to myself, you shouldn't be looking crazy, old crazy heifer. You should be happy that the pretty new girl in town doesn't want your man. Okay? And she probably picked up on that you were a little bit off. And that's why he's now giving little brother vibes. She said, and Corey, he sounds like a goofball. If you're not honest, then yeah, you're dismissed. I know that's right, honey. She's a smart woman. And she ain't been here but 5 minutes and can tell that Corey is for the streets. So Zadia said, Corey. Frank said Sean. Everybody started saying Sean. Tommy said, Camille, what's that face? She said, because I asked him what he did, and he said, I create. And that gives me, you ain't got no job. Well, he is bald, so he's giving very much Tommy Strong from Martin vibes, honey. You ain't got no job, man. Baby, Tommy ain't got no job, and neither does Sean. Aisha said Sean. Sabrina said Tyrone. And Shiloh tells them Tyrone chose her, and he moves fast, but she believes what he said. Girl, that's not creepy to you. Oh, okay. So Tasia said Tyrone. Aisha said at first her and Tyrone had a connection, but then he became her mentee. And she was basically telling him, look, if you want it, then go for it. Oh, okay, Aisha, so this is your fault. That's what I'm getting. But yeah, she said it's a no for her. So then Shiloh starts crying. Girl, what is happening? Shiloh, okay. Shiloh is like, he was really honest with everyone. Okay, just scrap the whole season. Just scrap the entire season and start from scratch. Why are you crying? Y'all just met. Moving forward, Shiloh meets with Tyrone. Coincidentally, they're color coordinated. Over on the other side, Corey meets with Courtney. She's like, so what you been up to? He said, same old thing, trying to take over the world. Okay, so this week it's quotes from Pinky and the Brain. I'm convinced that TV raised Corey. His first words were probably remote, okay? Because this is ridiculous. First episode, the two can play that game. Then you came back with Bad Boys. Now it's Pinky and the Brain. Like, something is really wrong with you. So Courtney tells him that she's feeling away. She said, look, you telling me the same thing that you're telling everybody else. You're sending mixed signals. He's like, I've been 100 with you. She's like, no, you've been telling all of us the same thing. You've been telling lies. He's like, everything I said was from the heart. She's like, no, it was a lie. She's like, how many women do you want to meet your parents? He said, I told each one of y'all my truth. What? Okay. On the other side, Shiloh is over there hemming and hawing about the process, and she tells him that she needs more time. She said, I know you told your truth, but you're not ready to love. So then they got up and they hugged each other, and child, maybe they're going to talk to each other off the set. He said, I really have no regrets. But this is the thing. So when they sat down, she said that this was their first date. So you chose her as your wife and had not gone on one date. She's crying and never went on one date. Like, maybe y'all do belong together. Like, this is nuts. Shiloh must got one mean phone conversation, honey, because how you going to declare her your wife and you've never even been out in public with her? What if she chews with her mouth open? What if she's mean to the server? What if she just farts and belches at the table? Like, you don't even know her. Child, anywho, moving forward. Over on the other side, Corey and Courtney, they still fussing. And she's like, you lied. He said, okay. She said, well, 2 men have to go home and you were not ready to love. So then this idiot gonna say in his confessional, I just needed more time. All the women I was interested in would have gotten their chance to be queen of the day. Corey, cap a step your behind on out of here. Bye, noob. And child, that was the end of the episode. I don't know who gonna make it to the end. I don't know who gonna make it to the beginning. Child, I don't even know who gonna make it, honey. This is a fool. Please comment down below and tell me exactly what you thought about this episode. Don't hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. And as always, stay safe, stay blessed, spread love, not germs. Peace.